Hi everyone. In 2021, I moved to France, and I remember during my first weeks in Paris, every weekend I would see people in cafes and restaurants enjoying brunch and spending the entire day in parks. So I would ask myself, don't they have cleaning to do? Don't they have laundry to do? Because these were the only types of weekends I knew back home. Weekends were solely reserved for cleaning, for laundry, and of course, getting ready for Monday. This routine had been ingrained in me for 28 years of my life. Today, after almost 3 years, my weekends are filled with brunches, with friends, leisurely walks in the parks, and occasional museum visits. And you can't even imagine how much more I love my weekends today in compared to when I was 28. These changes have come about through embracing the cultural balance of Tajikistan and friends in my life. This is why today I invite you to embark on a journey with me, a journey of cultural exploration and personal growth. You see, in our rapidly globalizing world, the tapestry of human experience is woven with threads of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions. And as we navigate this mosaic of diversity, I invite you all to delve with me into the intricacies of cultural adaptation and uncover the beauty of embracing differences. But before delving into the beauty of cultural balance, I would like to share a definition of culture from Edward Bernard Tyler that resonates with me a lot. Culture is that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of the society. In other words, culture is essentially a person's way of thinking or acting. And of course, there is no need to deny that difference in the culture, given the differences in all the people living on the planet. This is why it is very important to say that cultural diversity is not just a buzzword, it is the lifeblood of our interconnected society. Think about the last time you engaged in a conversation with someone from a different cultural background. Take a moment and think, did you notice how your perspectives expanded and how your horizons broadened? So I pondered to myself, why is it often seen as negative to adopt a new culture? Embracing cultural diversity enriches our communities, workplaces, and schools, fostering creativity and innovation and mutual understanding. See, I grew up in a small town, Horeg, where the majority of the population belongs to my ethnic minority. And based on the example of my own community, I noticed that the adaptation and adoption of new cultural habits are not always welcome, or were not always welcomed. And of course, it's understandable. We are deeply attached to our culture and traditions, and since our numbers are relatively small, any minor change is met with resistance. But I assumed that this was the problem only because I was coming from a small town with a really a small population. But after when I moved to bigger countries and lived with bigger population, I realized that actually this is a problem everywhere. It's the same everywhere. So that's why I want to ask you to take a moment to reflect on the time when you encountered someone from a different culture. What did you learn from that interaction? I firmly believe that by intervening against cultural intensivity and fostering a culture of respect and acceptance, we pave the way for a more harmonious society. This is why supporting cultural diversity is very important. And of course, supporting cultural diversity is not just a passive endeavor. It requires active engagement and advocacy. By intervening against cultural intensivity and fostering a culture of respect and acceptance, we pave the way for a more harmonious society. This is why I invite you to brainstorm ways in which you can support the cultural diversity in your own sphere of influence. Whether it's organizing cultural exchange events, I'm sure UCA is doing that, advocating for inclusive policies, or simply engaging in a dialogue with individuals from different backgrounds. Trust me, every action counts. Adapting to a new culture is akin to solving a puzzle, with each individual navigating a unique journey of a cultural integration. From immersion to assimilation, the adoption process is influenced by a myriad of factors, including age, personality, and of course social support. So let us embrace the challenge of cultural adaptation while expanding compassion and understanding to people going through this life-changing event. Reflecting on my own journey of cultural adaptation, I realized that it was not just about mastering a new language or customs, it was about embracing a new way of seeing the world. Each challenge I encountered became an opportunity for growth, and each cultural exchange deepened my appreciation for diversity. My whole life I thought I don't like seafood, and I had avoided it at all costs because I wasn't accustomed to the smell or the appearance of the food. So I just concluded that I don't like it. However, in Italy, I decided to give it a try. And yes, I changed my mind. I like it now. I eat it now. Yet, shirchoy remains my favorite dish, if one can call that dish. So yeah, my lesson learned is keeping an open mind is incredibly beneficial. So how can we move gracefully and resolutely through the terrain of cultural adaptation? Personally, I have benefited from research, goal setting, and active participation in local activities. It never mattered in which country I was living, but these three activities laid a smooth groundwork for a smooth transition. Additionally, I believe that by fostering open-mindedness, seeking support from fellow travelers, and maintaining connections with our roots, we can navigate the complexities of cultural integration with confidence. The debate between assimilation and cultural preservation underscores the complexity of the immigrant experience. While assimilation offers the benefits of integration, minority communities provide a sense of belonging and connection to one's cultural roots. So we as immigrants navigate this delicate balance. So that's why I want to invite all of you to honor your journey and our journey, and to embrace the diversity we bring to our new homes, because we definitely do. So, as we bring our journey to a close, let us carry forward the lessons of cultural diversity and adaptation. By embracing differences, advocating for inclusivity, and fostering empathy, we can create a world where every voice is heard and every culture is celebrated. Thus, let us out on the adventure together, weaving a tapestry of harmony and understanding that cuts across national boundaries and binds us all as global citizens. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure.